Hi guys, Luke here and welcome to the FIFA 19 player review, and today I'm going to be reviewing the 89 rated icon Bobby Moore. He has got a very nice looking card and I was able to get this guy for doing the weekly objective of playing 25 games, which did give me a reward of a lone icon pack. Unfortunately, it was only for 3 games. I would have liked it to maybe have been for 5 or 7, but EA have decided just to limit it to 3 games. At least they've given us a free icon to use for a few games, so obviously it's better than nothing. And I got Bobby Moore in the pack, who I haven't even used at all in FIFA 19, so I thought it'd be a good opportunity to give this guy a quick review, give my initial thoughts on him, and whether you guys should maybe go and buy this card. Now, on the Xbox market, he does cost you around 600,000 coins. I presume that will be a similar price on PlayStation as well. In the 3 games that I did play with him, he didn't score me any goals or any assists. And he does have a 2-star weak foot as well as 3-star weak foot. And then moving along into his in-game stats, his main standout stats are his 94 reactions, his 94 composure, his 93 marking, and his 91 stand tackle. And it did have the Catalyst chemistry style applied to him, which increases both his pace and his passing. Now, I have to say, this card, whenever I've seen him on the market throughout FIFA 19, when I've been looking to buy icons to review them or whatever, this has been one card that just didn't appeal to me whatsoever. And it obviously comes down to 2 stats in my opinion: physical of 83 and pace of 66. Now, he's kind of maintained a price of roughly around 600k throughout the duration of the past 2 to 3 months or whatever. And when I see those stats of 83 physical and 66 pace, I just think that's a complete rip-off from the start. You know, when you're paying big, coins for a defender, you expect good pace, you expect good physical, because they are some of the most important stats for a defender. And if he can't deliver in that area based on his, face of his card, and obviously that could be a big worry. However, I was surprised of how good this card was in game, how his pace wasn't that much of an issue, how his strength was actually felt pretty decent in game. Moving into his first pro is actually going to be his tackling. Of course, his tackling stats are fantastic. You don't need to waste a chem style to increase his defending, because all his defending stats are very, very nicely well rounded. All of them, apart from heading accuracy, are in the mid 90s to low 90s, and heading accuracy even at 86 is still very, very decent. Obviously 91 stand tackle, 90 slide tackle, 93 marking. He's easily able to make a lot of tackles in game for you guys. Countless amounts of tackles he was able to make for me in every single match. Obviously very, very good, and to be quite honest, felt on a par when it came to his tackling than the prime Sol Campbell that I'm currently using as well. And I absolutely love his card, and Bobby Moore's tackling was on a par, if not maybe even a little bit better than Sol Campbell. I think actually he does have better defending stats, maybe like by 1+ all round or something like that. I'm not too sure, but even so, definitely tackling being the first pro to Bobby Moore as expected. His second pro is actually going to be his passing as well. Now, one of the things is that this card has that a lot of other icon centre-backs don't have. Even some of the big meta icons like Desailly, Laurent Blanc don't quite have these interesting stats that Bobby Moore has got, or I'm pretty sure that they don't anyway. 81 vision, 88 short passing, 87 long passing is such a nice asset to have for a centre-back. Yes, it's not the most critical thing for a centre-back, but even so, I personally like my centre-backs to be able to obviously make the initial tackle, but then have the ability to be able to get the ball out of play by making very good balls, instead of just kicking the ball into the air and just hoping for the best that it reaches one of my players. Having very good passing, just the 88 short passing and 87 long passing, he's able to get the ball, get it out of danger with a big long 30-yard pass or a nice through ball because of that 81 vision, stuff like that, and pass it up to my wingers, to my attackers, to my midfielders, all that good stuff. He is more than capable of doing that. He made some very good passes for me in game that actually did lead to chances for my team as well, which is absolutely fantastic. So definitely passing being a second pro to this card. Now that's going to be the end of the pros. There's actually no cons to this guy. I do want to mention a few more things to him. A lot of people are going to be talking about that pace. Is it an issue? No, it's not that much of an issue. He doesn't feel, by applying the Catalyst chem style, which I 100% recommend you focus a big chem style that increases his pace heavily, like the Catalyst chem style, or like the, I'd say the Hunter, but then obviously the Hunter you're paying a lot of coins for. So definitely the Catalyst chem style I think would be ideal for him, because it heavily increases that pace to 77 acceleration and 76 sprint speed, which actually makes him a pretty quick centre-back, or certainly on level par with most other icon centre-backs. So definitely, if you apply that to him, he doesn't feel as quick as like a Sol Campbell, but he feels decently paced. He feels like he's able to catch up to the attackers, to make tackles, to make, use his strength to get the ball off players and stuff like that. So actually, if you apply the right chem style, such as the Catalyst chem style, his pace doesn't feel that bad. Also, his strength isn't out of this world at 82 and 80 aggression, but even so in game, You'll see I was able to use his strength sometimes to regain possession of the ball, so I don't think that's much of an issue either. And overall, would I recommend buying this card? As one of the cheaper icon centre-backs, because he is one of the cheaper icon centre-backs, yes, I would. I think he's actually very, very decent. I think he's very much overlooked because of the face card stats that he does have, but when you look into him in-game, he's actually a very, very well-rounded, decent icon to go for. In my opinion, I would recommend buying him, and I would give him an 8 out of 10 overall rating. Anyway, guys, that is going to finish off this player review. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.